And welcome back. It's time for Mind Your Language with none other than Willis, the word master, who's going to teach us those difficult and some simple pronunciations. Willis, it's great to see you. How weird is it that, again, we wear purple on the same day?
I just can't give any comment because I just don't know how it's happening, Betty.
I think great minds think alike. You know, over the weekend, someone asked, over the week, someone asked me if, because you're the word master, if I'm the word mistress.
That is a person who may, you know, throw so many butterflies into the stomach of my people in the house. But it's a coincidence.
I know, I don't want to cause any chaos. Well, Willis, let's get straight to it. We have this word that, you know, word on the street, a very interesting one. Do we say severed, severed? That one is a tough one, Willis. That was a tough one. Tell us.
This word is severed, severed, from the verb sever, to sever links, to sever diplomatic relations or ties and all that, sever. Right. So we don't talk of severed. We have the adjective severe, which cannot be inflected or inflected into severed. We just say severe, severer, severest. But the verb is sever. Severed. Okay. So severed, severed, and all that should be avoided.
All right, got it. So it's severed. Moving on to our next word. Do we say, give me a bar of chocolate, or is it chocolate?
We say chocolate. Chocolate. Just like we say Catholic, the Catholic Church. That O is silent. Okay. We are avoiding O by way of elision. So we say chocolate, Catholic. All
right, got it. Chocolate and Catholic. Moving on now to our next word. Do we say maestro or mistro, talking about a man who's an expert in something, teaching, conducting? Is it a maestro, mistro?
Well, looking at the word in terms of the letter sequence or the spelling, many people would find themselves saying maestro, maestro, and all that. But the correct or acceptable pronunciation of this word that is in serious communication should be maestro, maestro.
Okay, maestro, got it. Moving on. Do we say clandestine or clandestine or clandestine when we're talking about something that is done in a private place or a private way?
Well, Betty, we have two acceptable pronunciations for this word. You can say clandestine, clandestine, and you can also say clandestine, clandestine. So, clandestine, clandestine, both are acceptable.
All right. Well, let's moving on to the next one. Euthanasia or euthanasia, you know, talking about mass killing.
I know this word, you just reminded me of something which I'll not talk about on air. Anyway, an experience in the past when somebody was trying to pronounce this word. The correct pronunciation for it is euthanasia. Euthanasia.
Okay. All right. So it's not even euthanasia, it's euthanasia.
I'll just tell you, a friend once told me it is euthanasia, euthanasia. And, you know, anyway, it's euthanasia.
Okay, euthanasia, got it. Okay, so let's move on to a sort of difficult one. This one also gives me problems. Machiavellian, which is which, Willis? You know, when you're talking about using clever tricks or, you know, lies in order to get, you know, or achieve something that you want.
The problem with the pronunciation of this word is the consonant digraph which is in it, that is C and H, which combine to form the sound K, that is like letter K. Machiavellian, Machiavellian, not Machiavellian. Just like Betty, we don't say orchestrate. Orchestrate, no. We say orchestrate, orchestrate.
Willis, what is our, you know, our feedback question? I have one, but I know you also have another from a lady, I think, called Jen. Is that right?
Yes, I had one, or I have one, that is Jane Tanui from Nakuru. She wanted to know whether we say HIV and PhD or what. You see, that letter H, when we're dealing with abbreviations, we don't say H. And even when we are talking of the name of that letter,
Yes.
it's H, H, or H, but not H. So we should avoid saying HIV. We say HIV, HIV. And when we are talking of PhD, we should avoid PhD. And I hope Jane Tanui and the rest or other friends must be listening to this or accepting it.
Does this also apply to HOD in terms of head of department?
That is head of department. We also say HOD.
Okay.
Let us avoid H. Passing of that H. It's not there. We say H.
Okay.
Letter H, not letter H. So PhD, HOD, HIV.
All right, Willis, thank you for that. Let's finally move on to your surprise word. Which one is it tonight?
Well, tonight we have a word which is very common, but commonly mispronounced by many people, especially locally. Now, when we talk of that cloth with a thick, soft surface, we say velvet locally, because that is what we see.
Yes, velvet.
We should say velvet. Velvet, not velvet. The spelling is velvet as we look at the arrangement of the letters, but the pronunciation is velvet. So we avoid velvet.
Willis, that is serious business there. Velvet. That's a tough one, Willis. That's a tough one, Willis.
I'm telling you, we should not be talking about velvet.
Okay.
We say velvet. But when we talk of the adjective, we say velvety. Velvety, not velvety. The noun is velvet. The adjective is velvety. Yes.
Okay. Willis, you know, that's the way to wind up our Mind Your Language lesson tonight with a bang. Thank you very much, Willis, the word master.
Thank you too, my dear sister. And next time, I may announce my shirt or my top, for that matter, so that we don't have this kind of coincidence. But see you next week.
All right, Willis, the word master there, you know, coming to us from Kisumu County, telling us that we say velvet and not velvet. You can only get him right here on Friday Briefing or his Twitter handle at Willis Ochieng1.